And with 3 hours work, here's a look at what happened. So the two on the far right have alternating brightnesses and strange blink rates. The four on the left are all single intensity standard blinks. I may need one or two more. This isn't quite lively enough, I don't think. The danger ball was fairly lively, and the danger towers should always have a light on at some point, I think. Whether I go with... This is warm white as well on the very bottom left here. So I may just throw a single strand from each of the danger towers into that, so there's always at least one light on. Then I think the varying intensities plus an alternating blip would definitely serve that look very well. The danger ball was always blinking, and there were usually some lights on at some point just about all the time, but none of them were steady. So with about 8 or 10 threads for the danger ball, that's doubling up on at least one of them, but each one can have its own blink, which is nice. That's it. From over here, though, so right now, 2 out of 3 of the fibers in each of the danger towers is going to oppositely timed particular LEDs, the fading ones. It's a primary and a secondary on each. Each primary is on its own LED, the secondaries go on to the opposite LEDs. That was to vary the blinking rate. However, having 2 out of 3 go off at the same time, I think makes it less worth it. So I'll be taking the secondaries and putting those onto different LEDs entirely. But that's the effect definitely to go for. It might be a little bright, in which case I might be able to put some more resistors on the LEDs and tone those down more. I think losing the translucence of the ball is definitely a hindrance. Transparent red Tamiya sprayed on the outer side with the fibers going up inside it, I think that's the way to go. But I'm very happy. A couple of the fibers go off too close to each other for my tastes, but having them broken down as I have, it should be relatively easy to change that. Especially those 2 right across the top, flashing right there. Now to add the rest of the lights. So it turns out this little contraption is not the blinking yellows that I had thought, but is the red, yellow, and green. They look very bright from out here, but on the other side they're not quite so bright. This is just soft wired in. The connection could collapse at any moment. It has a couple times. Let me flip this over and get a shot of it. So as you can see, it's pretty reasonably lit. Now to get the rest of that going. So you've probably seen these T-candles about. I'm going to take 3 of them right there after I desolder that switch and stick them in this alcove just above here. Not too close, not too far. I'll probably be shaving the fronts down to make them flat heads, and yeah, let's see how it goes. What I've done in this row for the flashing yellow lights, using the Dremel, I carved down the tops and then the sides and cut them into essential cubes, and I'm just going to slide this guy right in here. Oops. Good thing I've got a backup. We'll take this guy and slide him in there. Which is probably going to take 2 hands, I bet. Nope. There we go. I'll momentarily solder all these together, make sure all 4 are working. Got to put a resistor on them. I'm going to try a 5000, see how that looks, and go from there. And let me set the camera up. There, so you should have about as good a view as I do for all this. All the positives are on the bottom, all the negs are on top. And it's time for a new tube of solder, courtesy of Modeler's Brand Hobby Supplies. www.modelersbrand.com. Affordable LED gear for all your hobby needs. Modeler's Brand. And here we go. Oops. Oh shit. Just started melting a fiber optic. Oh. I just made a major mistake. I never put a resistor on these. Hell, I just fried out 4 LEDs for no good reason. Oh, not more of those. So I did miss recording a few things, including getting this wicked burn on my hand right up there, it looks like. Yep. And all the way into here. Right along the length of the soldering iron. So it appears that the positive power is plugged into a blinker flasher instead of main power line, so I got to track that down. And indeed that is the case. So why don't I power that somewhere else, like real close by? And it looks like 5000 is far too strong, but that's not all that unexpected. So we'll take that out of there. So there we go, all soldered in. Excellent. Next up, installing the new LEDs here, and probably some more warm whites going on there. I need more variety in that danger ball. That's exactly what I'm looking for. It's almost exactly what it looked like.